Hello, my name is Angela Wilson. I'm lead counsellor with 1325, which is a project within Washington Mind. We offer primarily counselling for young people, but also some group work, some volunteer placements, and various training options for young people. We work across the city of Sunderland. Although we're based in Washington, we see people in Sunderland, Hetton, Houghton. We also involve young people as far as we're able in service delivery and service development more than anything else, because we feel it's really important to be advised by the service users and ask them about what they want, about how we can get it right, essentially. So quite a lot of our energy goes into working with young people about how to get this right. How can we make the service accessible? How can we meet the needs of young people, or some of the young people in this area? Never stop trying to find the right person, because I believe that there are a variety of different services out there, all of whom are slightly different. But I think that those services are at a point where they're thinking a lot about how to get it right, and admitting to some extent the mistakes that they've made in the past. I think services are becoming very aware of the barriers to access, and how difficult we often make it for service users because of the complex referral procedures, because of appointments not being in a convenient place, because if a family misses a couple of appointments then they're discharged from the service. I think there's a multitude of reasons that makes access difficult. But I also believe that services are at a point where they're trying to get that right. So I would say try again. I would say take the risk again. I know it's scary, but make that first move. And you know that there are different ways of accessing services now. It can be online, it can be via text. Services are changing. So if you've tried in the past, don't give up hope. Try again. Nothing stays the same. None of us stay the same. I would say that feeling distress is part of the human condition. I would say that you're not alone, that all human beings have felt distress, but that doesn't last forever. Change can feel very slow. However, I know that for those young people who I've worked with, those who, when they've engaged with this service, change has always happened. I think what can feel difficult about that is it doesn't happen quickly. It's about being persistent. It's about kind of keep on going in that direction. And I think there are so many factors that impact on that. Sometimes it's about getting the other things in your life right. And I think when other things in a person's life are okay, I think change can really happen quite quickly. I guess speaking from experience, I have seen much change whilst working with young people. However, that change is always different, and sometimes it's very gradual, and I think there's often an impatience on the part of services not to stay with people while they're on that journey. And I think we need to be very realistic about change. I think we need to see it as a gradual process, a lot of small steps in most people's case. But I really believe that can occur, and I have seen that occur. There's something about accessing help when you need it, and if that happens, and if you're fortunate enough to work with the right type of service, you can avoid so many years of distress. I think reaching out and taking that first step, scary though that is, can mean that things don't become entrenched. You, I guess, in some ways miss out on a lot less of your life than you would if you hang on, if you don't get the help when you feel you need it. I do what I do because I see youth as as a springboard into so many things. I think it's a real critical period in all of our lives, and I think if it can be a positive experience, then that can mean that the life that you have after that can be a really fulfilled one. I do what I do because I believe in change, because I believe that if you can have one relationship with somebody who validates and affirms you for who you are, not who you're expected to be, not who you kind of, imagine you should be, and that self-acceptance can come at an early age, then I think that empowers people in such a huge way. I guess I think I've said this several times in the last few minutes. I believe in change, and I believe that if somebody believes in you, if somebody can see all the positives, your strengths, and affirm that and validate that, then you can believe that yourself, and you can live a creative and a satisfying life. We're all weird, we're all idiosyncratic, that's human. That is being human, and I think we're led to believe that none of that's normal, but it is. Read Matt Haig's book, Reasons to Stay Alive. It brings together all that it is to be human in such a normalizing way, in a non-mental health way, in a this is what it means to be a human being living in the world. We all experience all of these feelings. Let's stop attaching labels to it. Let's stop medicalising it. Let's just say this is what it means to be human.